Welcome. This is take 2 of my uSimPit, what I like to call my universal uSimPit. Take 1 had a couple of technical glitches that shouldn't have been in it, and this version doesn't. Alright, over here we have my main PC. This is my flight sim PC. It's 5960X. It's overclocked to 4.6 gigahertz or so. It's got a motherboard cooling block, CPU cooling block, chipset VRM cooling block, and it has several fans. On top here there are 3 separate radiators. They're thick 2-inch radiators with fans on each radiator. And down here is just my fan control and overclocking information. Asus call this their ROG display, and the fan controller is separate. Temperatures on the this side here, that's just giving me the case temperature. It's not CPU temperature. Okay, here we have the my GoFlight deck, and on this deck here I have several GoFlight modules. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 modules on the actual flight deck itself, and those modules are a mix of the RP48s, which is the radio buttons, and which is the knobs and 8 buttons. The T8s are below; those are the switches. In this particular case, I have the what do they call those little rubber nipples you can add to the switch. They're different colors. I got those from GoFlight also. This is a cheap Phantom Hawk flight stick. I use this really primarily for tiller control and or operating views and things like that. Don't use it much for flight itself as far as the elevator airline controls go, but it is a handy little device to have. Over that, some more switches. And over here is a few more switches and buttons. A couple of P8s. That's the GoFlight Secom. Up here you have the ATC, GoFlight ATC module, and some T8 switches. Over here is the radio frequency modules from GoFlight again, and their WP6 warning light display. These GoFlight faceplates you see here are actually laminated. They're really just a thick, I think it's a 130-pound paper. I might be wrong with 130, but it's a thick paper, which I use a product called Front Panel Designer. I laid it out so it matched the GoFlight panels, then added my text. And then I basically print the panel, cut it out, cut the holes out, cut the squares out, laminate it to a thick plastic, and then the thick plastic I just attach to the GoFlight module. You can also use what they call glue dots. They're really thin glue dots you can put on the back of the lamination, which will help them stick nicely to the GoFlight module. So below here are my Satec rudder pedals. It's a little dark, I hope you can see them. And up here is my network switch that connects my various devices and computers. Over here is my APC. This is for backup power and line conditioning to keep the power consistent. Underneath the desk I have a couple of 13-port hubs and a 10-port hub on one side. On the other side I have another couple of more 13-port hubs. Okay, here is the my monitor. This is a Sony 49-inch 4K monitor. On top of that monitor we have my Track IR. It's tilted downward a little bit more because of the size of the monitor. In the center here is my my Yoko yoke and the GoFlight MCP Pro and the GoFlight EFIS. Behind the yoke here is my Motu audio unit. This controls the audio coming from my second PC, my network PC, and also controls the audio from my main PC. Up here is my microphone. This is what I use for recording tutorials and or miscellaneous information or voice overlays. I have it basically hanging above my head. That seems to work pretty well. Here is the here is my captain's chair. This chair is specifically selected this chair because the arms move up and down. As you can see here, here's my co-pilot. She likes to help out when I get overwhelmed at critical stages of flight. Alright, over here is GoFlight 46 module. Currently it doesn't have anything programmed on it, but that'll happen later. And below that is another RP48, which controls weather, radar settings, tilt, angle, and modes. And here is a small USB hub. This is actually a 4-port hub that has buttons to turn the USB port on and off. So what I've done here is I've got a light, USB light set up for each button, left, center, right, and these light up my GoFlight deck. So if I hit the left button here, we'll see over here, I get that light. And if I go and hit the center button here, I'll get another light up here. So it lights up my GoFlight gear. And then I hit the right button, and it lights up the little the right GoFlight deck modules. This comes in handy when I'm flying at night and I want to be able to see what I'm turning or pressing. Okay, over here is the virtual Avionics CDU for the PMDG 777. This can be used to control the various actions, the CDU and the PMG 777. Here's the Virtual Fly TQ6. It's a 6-axis controller for throttle, prop, and mixture. When I'm flying jets like the 777, I'm usually just using the throttles, and the mixture arms I'll use for spoilers, or spoiler I should say. Below that is more GoFlight modules. You've got the LGT2. That's for landing gear, rudder, elevators, flap settings, fuel selector switches. And below that is another RP48. This one is set for controlling the brightness of the various MFDs and display units. And below that we have a custom panel setup I have for which hooks into GoFlight's PIO board. The PIO board is actually internal here. You wire it up to whatever switches you want. So I made some custom panels for these switches here, which control landing lights, de-icing, fuel cut, smoking, fasten seat belts, and the transponder settings and the brake settings, and de-ice settings. Here's a small Adesso backlit keyboard. I selected this keyboard for three reasons. One, it needed to be small and compact, and two, I wanted a backlight, so when I'm working at night or flying at night, I can see the keys I'm pressing. This keyboard has several color modes. You can change the colors: green, blue, red. For daytime, I'm usually flying with green. At nighttime, I'll fly with blue because it's a little darker. Here I have another Adesso keyboard. Again, this connected to an ARM. It is a USB wired keyboard. This keyboard controls my network PC, which is down back here. It's my network PC. That network PC controls FS Commander, AS16, Pro ATCX, and a few other things. Connected to that PC are two monitors being operated on that network PC by that network PC. It uses an older GTX 970 video card. This monitor here is actually a fairly cheap LG 4K monitor. What you're looking at here is FS Commander. And FS Commander is my what's the word I want to use it? My cheat sheet for finding out where I am lined up and aircraft in the area, etc., etc. And the other monitor is has the AS16 weather radar, and that basically is going to tell me what the weather is like in the area, the conditions, etc., etc. This monitor is only a 1440p monitor. This monitor is a 4K 27-inch monitor. I do have Windows set to operate at 125% scaling, so that's primarily because a 27-inch, in my humble opinion, is too small. The text and everything is just too small. These monitors are being held on to my desk using a couple of SIG monitor clamps. These clamps are very, very handy. They come with a gas shock, and they just clamp onto your desk like this. The gas shock is adjustable, so you can adjust for tension, and that's important because monitor weights are different. So you adjust the gas shock specific to the monitor weight, and that way it makes it very easy to move the monitor in its fluid motion. This particular monitor, as you can see, is not a VESA monitor, so it did not have the appropriate bolt patterns, so I kind of jury-rigged some very shallow screws, making sure I didn't hit any electronics on the other side of the plastic, and I used 8 screws to hold it onto the arm. Not ideal, but the monitor was a fairly cheap monitor and it didn't come with a VESA backing. If you go over here, this is what a VESA backing looks like. It has the appropriate holes and screws for a arm mount. This is my 4K monitor. It's being connected through a display port cable here. Again, it's the same arm, SIG arm. These arms are fairly cheap. They're about $70 from Fry's Electronics, or you can probably find even better sources. Again, they mount to the desk. Okay, under the desk here is my audio amplifiers. These are two 4-channel amplifiers that are connected to my Mo2 audio interface. They provide the sound, and I'm currently only using 5 channels, which is left rear, left front, center, right front, and right rear. This is I believe each amp here is 300 watts if I'm not mistaken. So potential for 600 watts, but I'm only using 5 channels. And below these amps are the subwoofer. It's going to be really hard to see in the dark, but it's a small 8-inch subwoofer. This subwoofer is actually powered. It's not passive. And here are the remote speakers. This is the right rear. Over there's the left front. Right front. Up top here is the center. And over here is the left front. And over here is the left rear. And back there is a kitty cat. Alright, back here is my NAS. This is a 12 terabyte NAS, so actually it's 16 terabytes, but it's configured the way it's configured, it's 12. And it's redundant, so 4 drives. Above that is my Linksys VPN. That's primarily used for work. And above that is the wireless router for all our wireless devices. And behind me here is my collection of manuals, books, my Track IR head hat, or whatever you want to call it. These are just various flight books, manuals, and more manuals. And the blue manual there is waiting for the PMDG 747. And of course the flight instructor placard. This is actually a Christmas gift from my wife's folks. They know I'm into flight and flight simulations. Over here are some miscellaneous items for helping you make laminated templates and or bindings. This particular unit here is for making this fold over spiral bindings. Comes in handy when you like to fold things over and read over the manual, especially a complicated manual. This is just the laminator I use to laminate the faceplates for my GoFlight modules. And here's outside of my flight sim pit. Kind of a nasty day today. Got some rain, wind, you name it. Here I am trying to operate a camera in shorts and socks, and maybe even try to fly. So here is my uSimPit. That was a quick tour of its operation and the components of it. What you can hear in the background, of course it's not playing now, but what you can hear in the background is liveatc.net. Oh, there we go. That's coming from liveatc.net, which is from my network PC over here, and that's just a live feed from KSFO. So this is how my uSimPit will look at night with the lights on. And this is how it would look with the lights off. As you can see, the two monitors actually provide quite a bit of lighting.
Yeah, 370 down to the tower, 11306, runway 19 left, clear to land. That's what you expect from service land, you should have in the airplane, 11306, runway 10 left, clear to take off. Left 315, runway 10 left, line up and wait. United 8198, San Francisco tower, runway 10 right, line up and wait. Line up and wait, 10 right, United 19.